everyone, how are you? I hope you are in a good conditions. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Hana Moria Ginting. Now I'm currently studying at Universitas Kristen Indonesia. My major is English Education Department. So in this today's occasion, I will be discuss about the chapter 2. So without any further information, let's get into our lessons video.
Okay everyone, before we jump into our main lesson, I want you guys to prepare your pen and also your book. So during this lessons video, you will be able to write down the material. So today's topic is about why don't you visit Seattle? So first, where is Seattle? Seattle is one of the big city in America. So, before we jump into the main lesson, this is the goals of our lesson. After learning chapter 2, you will be able to implementing and also composing oral and written transactional interaction text that involve the act of giving and asking for information regarding to if clause. So today we are going to learn about if clause. First, conditional sentence, also known as a if clause. A conditional sentence is a sentence that expresses a condition or something. A condition is something that can only happen if something else occurs. If clause can be used for 5 expressions. First, as a reminder or pengingat, as imperative or perintah, as suggestion atau saran, general truth or fakta umum, and show a dream atau yang sering kita dengar sebagai impian akan masa depan. First, if clause as a reminder. This is the pattern when you want to make if clause as a reminder. First, if or conjunction if plus simple present. Don't forget to put comma, the punctuation marks, then subject plus have or has to or must and verb 1. For the example, first, if you want to meet me, they must come before 1 p.m. So the first is conjunction, then the simple present, comma, then subject, must, and then the verb. And then this is the adverb, if needed. The second example, if he wants to wake up in the morning, he must sleep early. So this is followed with the pattern. The second one is, if you want to pass the exam, you have to study harder. So from these 3 examples, if clause as a reminder. So these sentences used as a reminder. So the second is if clause as imperative. So the second is if clause as imperative atau perintah. The pattern is simple. First, the conjunction if followed by simple present, comma, verb 1 plus object or an adverb. So the example of if clause as imperative is, first, if you want to finish your homework, stop playing mobile games now. Jadi, jika kamu ingin menyelesaikan PR kamu, stop bermain mobile games sekarang. The second example, if you love her, marry her. So, if, the conjunction if, followed by simple present, you love her, this is the simple present. Then the comma, the punctuation, then marry her. The verb 1, then the adverb. The last example of if clause as imperative, if the food is fully cooked, serve it while warm. If the food is fully cooked, serve it while warm. Jika makanan itu sudah matang, sediakan makan itu di saat sedang hangat. Jadi di sini adalah the example of if clause as a imperative. Next, if clause as a suggestion. If clause sebagai saran. The pattern, there are two patterns to make if clause as a suggestion. The first is if conjunction if plus simple present, comma, subject plus should or had better or ought to plus verb 1, or if plus simple present, comma, why don't, then subject and also the verb 1. So this is the example. If you want to get better, you should see a doctor. If you are able to get married, you should get married soon. If you want to speak English well, you had better to join a good English course. So this is the conjunction if, then followed by simple present, and then the subject and also the modals should, had better, and also the verb 1, and then it also plus an object or an adverb. Next, if clause to show a general truth. First is there are also two patterns to make if clause to show a general truth. The first is if plus simple present or future. If plus simple present, comma, the future. And the second pattern to make if clause to show a general truth, if plus simple present, comma, simple present. For example, if the sun rises, the mornings come. If the sun rises, the mornings come. The second sentence, if you put ice cubes outside the fridge, it will melt. Then, if you are kind, people will like you. Then the last example, if you heat water, it boils. Jika kamu panaskan air, itu akan mendidih. So the last is if clause to showing a dream. So this is the pattern. If plus simple present, comma, future. The example, if I get the scholarship, I will treat you all. Jika saya mendapatkan beasiswa, saya akan menraktir kalian semua. Di kalimat ini menerangkan tentang dream, keinginan. So, if I graduate from high school, I will continue my study to Japan. Jika saya lulus sekolah menengah atas atau SMA, saya akan melanjutkan ke Jepang. Saya akan melanjutkan sekolah saya ke Jepang. Dan the last one, if I have 1 billion rupiah, I will build a hotel. This example used for to showing a dream. So this is so after we learned about the example of 5 functions of if clause, so let us open page 17. We have to identify from this text. There are many things to do if you visit Seattle. First, feel the fresh air on your face as you sail to Brain Beach Island on a Washington State ferry. First, we have to identify this text. First, if you visit Seattle, feel fresh the air on your face as you sail to Bainbridge Island on a Washington State ferry. This is the imperative because if followed by the simple present, comma, and the verb want, and then the simple present. Next, if you want to enjoy Bainbridge Island, stroll around downtown's galleries, boutiques, cafes, houses, and cafes. So this is also the imperative sentence. Next, this is public market is one of the places you have to visit it. First, if you visit Seattle, why don't you tour the Pig Place Market produce stands to buy something you've never tasted? So this is the suggestion because there is word like why don't you? Okay, do you understand? Next, if you visit Seattle, book a night at one of many cozy bees or resorts available throughout the San Juan Islands. This is also the imperative sentence. And then, if you have a time, tour the numerous art galleries in Friday Harbor. So this is. Next, if you visit Seattle, see exciting and experimental works at Chihuly Gardens and Glass. This is also the imperative perintah, kalimat perintah. Next, if you visit this city, you should explore the Space Needle and Pacific Science Center. So, this is the example of suggestion. And then the last places you have visited when you visit Seattle is watch the world's most sophisticated aircraft be built before your eyes at the Boeing factory in Mukilteo. And also, this is the imperative. And also, if you are curious to know about it, you should explore the dynamic of flight and experiences new aviation innovation. This is also the suggestion because it's followed by you should, the modal should. Okay. Oh, the last one. If you visit Seattle, tour the Theo Chocolate Factory in Fremont and learn how their delicious confections are made. This is also the imperative. So, this is the summary of our lessons today. I hope you guys make a note and also practice, because practice makes perfect. So, this is the end of our lessons today. I hope you guys understand what we have learned. So, see you in the other video.